Today, let's talk about the number one lie that soft men tell themselves. I've run Reclaim You in a Throne, the initiation, since late 2014. And at that point, I was still a recovering nice guy. Being a Norwegian is pretty much a default position to be a nice guy, to be a soft man. This part of the world, together with Netherlands and UK, US, it's prevalent there as well. Many parts of the Western world by now. It's been common to have a role reversal where men are becoming more feminine and soft, sensitive, women are becoming harder, more masculine, more driven. And it's confusing for so many of us. I see so many unhappy couples. The woman wants to be autonomous, but at the same time she wants a man that she can feel has a spine and has power. But at the same time, when the man tries to rise in his power, the woman comes in and fucking chops his balls off. And it happens again and again and again until the man becomes powerful enough to just wrestle it back with his sheer grit and determination. And then, of course, the woman is happy. Or if it's a gay couple, the more feminine partner is happy. And so we live in confusing times when it comes to gender. And having run Reclaim You in a Throne, I've seen the effects and consequences of this across the board. So, men don't trust their power. So many men, soft men, don't trust their power, which is why they tell their lie, the number one lie to themselves, is that my power is dangerous. My power is destructive. And then, since I don't trust my power, I externalize it because that's how the psyche works. We can't own it in ourselves, so we project it outwards. This is the way that we make our partners into this huge monster, and we make organizations, politicians, everyone who has power, we will make them into these huge entities that are crushing because we feel so small and vulnerable in our softness, in our sensitivity. We don't trust our power. Maybe you recognize this situation. Maybe you're a soft man yourself. And maybe, in fact, a lot of the time you spend your days depressed, lost, feeling empty. Like, where's your energy gone? Where's your zestful life gone? Life was supposed to be better. At the same time, you're telling yourself all of these stories about toxic men and patriarchy and so on and so forth, the dangerous capitalism and all that stuff. And you look at that and you feel very justified in telling yourself the story that power is dangerous. So you're actually quite attached to your suffering. You're actually quite attached to being small. And so you can't really lean into your life in a way that feels good to you. Does it sound familiar? That used to be my life in my 20s. Turned my back on my dad, on capitalism, on everything that was male and powerful. And I became meditating, celibate essentially, disembodied, dissociated young man. So I speak from experience. It's not a nice way to live. So I wonder today, as I speak to you, if you are ready to let go of the lie that your power is dangerous. Because I've sat there with men on Reclaim You in a Throne for 6 years by now, watching them repressing their power because they tell themselves the story that the moment I unleash this power, it's like a dragon is going to be awoken, and the flames that he's going to breathe on the world is going to scorch the earth, and everyone will perish. Now, this is the level of disconnect from the external and the internal world. Like, on the outside, they're just completely nice guys, polite, repressed, like, I'm so nice. But inside it's like seething, like, you know? And I know that so well from my own 20s. I repressed my power. I started seeing pictures that were violent. I wondered if I really wanted to play out those pictures in real life. I got afraid of myself. Nobody had told me that these pictures emerged in my psyche because I hadn't integrated my power. So here we are in a culture that expects every man to become a nice guy and someone who isn't fully at home in himself. At the same time, we're in a culture that desperately longs for men to be all that they can be. We're completely schizophrenic about what we want men to be. And of course, it's very confusing for us as men. We turn to the left and someone tells us that, oh, a man should be powerful and strong and self-possessed. And we turn to the right and someone tells us, oh, a man should be sensitive and vulnerable and a little bit weak. We can't please everyone. So what about for just a second, we just let go of the expectations that we can just please everyone. Let's just toss them away, like fuck it. And in order to do that, we have to stop lying to ourselves. And in order to justify this level of disconnect between the inner and outer, this level of incongruence, we need to lie a heck of a lot. So you're a liar. Yeah, you are. And I'm a liar. Because on some level, we're perpetuating narratives constructed over time that have very little to do with actual reality. A narrative that a soft man has, perhaps you, that your power isn't trustable, is a constructed narrative that is absolutely killing you. It's destroying your relationships. Your partner doesn't respect you, even if you have one. As a soft man, a lot of the time you can't even stay in a relationship because your partner doesn't trust you, and so they start testing you, and then you freak out and you run away. Just by being born, you have the right to have boundaries, to have purpose, to have sovereignty, to be powerful. It is your right. And if you're giving that away in order to perpetuate a narrative that's based on lies, lies, and more lies, then that is your choice. So this is my strong, fierce challenge and invitation to you, if you're a soft man, to any soft man, to any man. It's time to rise now. It's time to be powerful, to be sovereign, to be someone with the level of self-respect, the level of energy and commitment that people can trust us. We have integrity. They're willing to follow us as men with vision. It's time to lead, brother. It's time to step into your life. So that was my somewhat intense message today. If you're still here, then, well, I guess on some level you enjoyed this fire and there's something here for you because you know that you can do it probably. And, you know, masculinity, it's being blamed for being the very force that burns nature down and all of these things. But masculinity truly is what preserves it, what gives life, what is generative. We can bless, we can be wholesome and be such a badass men that make this planet better, and just share those gifts, man. Share those gifts and go have yourself a kick-ass day, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for being interested in this radical and quite unusual content. I've spent more than a decade researching this territory, and many of my perspectives may be quite new to you, but I know that you're seeing and watching this right now because you're someone pursuing truth, and a less than mainstream kind of truth, but a truth that feels truly good to you deep in your bones, something that you can trust. I'm not going to help you find truth in all parts of life, but I'm certainly going to help you with what I know about. And if that's something that you want more of, please share this video with someone you care about, and also subscribe to this channel. That's a great support to me and to the work we do with Reclaim Your Throne. And if you want to have notifications every time there's a new video, please also remember to press the little bell. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you here. Have an ass-kicking day, and I look forward to seeing you next time.